Guru Nation, welcome to another episode of Random Musings from the Clinical Trials Guru. You want to take a guess as to the
325?
Wow, you got it exactly right, and we won nothing. And tough fantasy football week for both of us.
Me more so than you.
No, both of us is bad. We both lost.
Yes, we did both, but my loss was much more worse because it was in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, yours was worse. But if I played my best lineup, I would have won. So it's bad for both of us. Anyways, we're not here to talk about our fantasy football, though. If you're interested in joining our league next year, Clinical Trial Guru League, it will be, just email Chris at brkthru.org. We will play for money. So email Chris at brkthru.org. Let's get into this, Chris. There's a lot of people out there dreaming. A lot of dreamers.
Dreaming about what?
There's a lot of CRAs out there that want to open sites or just do something a little different with their careers than just working for an employer. Okay? There's a lot of people that want to be CRAs. There's a lot of people that want to get started in research. They're all dreaming. Right? They're not doing anything. They're just dreaming about it.
Okay.
So we're going to make this very actionable and practical for all of you guys. Okay? Today, the holidays are approaching.
No, we just had a holiday.
The holidays just ended. Another holiday is going to be approaching. December is very quiet, but even despite the quietness, okay, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Not even a mouse.
Okay, despite how quiet it's been, and it always is this month, for as far as like from us, new clients, new students, the industry isn't slowing down. Right? There's new studies. Monica, I was in Arizona for Thanksgiving. Monica said there's a new study. I mean, these things don't. The industry's not stopping this year. It's not stopping next year. We took 2 calls this week. Normally it's like 5 or 6 from potential clients. Today was 2, so it's a little bit quiet. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm referring to. But they're people that want to open sites, and then over the weekend I'm getting Instagram messages from people that want to get into research. So this episode's for all the dreamers out there. Okay.
All the dreamers.
You don't want to continue to sleep. It's good to dream. It's good to have goals. And I guess this is a good time of the year to do this because everyone's gonna plan what they're doing next year. Oh, next year is my year. Next year, it's really, I'm really going to do all these things I said I'm going to do every year. Well, we want to make sure that you actually do that and you don't just continue to dream.
So the point to all of this is quit dreaming. Make it a reality?
No, not quit dreaming. You can
make it a reality.
Yes. Dream with action. Because if you don't have any action, and here's where the English are separated from the Dutch. Okay. And I know that's not a thing that actually happened, but it's a Wu-Tang Clan lyric.
Okay. Separate the English from the Dutch. Okay. Got it.
Here's the kicker. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody can dream. I dream. You dream. Everybody dreams. Everybody has plans. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people that put it into action and fail. There's people who don't put it.
Is that better than just dreaming?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll tell you why. There's people who put it into action and succeed. And then there's people who never put it into action, just keep dreaming. Alright. So action is better than no action. Okay? Even if you fail.
Even if you fail.
Even if you fail. People, when people reach out to me and say, hey, I want to get into clinical research, then I tell them, okay, the best way to do it, besides our CRC Academy or our CRA Academy, where we will actually help you with your internship when the course is over, like you will get real experience on your CV, so you're no longer dreaming about doing this. You're actually going to be doing it.
For both academies?
You know what? CRA Academy. CRC, it's up in the air with Monica right now. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, honestly.
Okay.
But you're derailing me off of my point. Okay. It's
just so I have the facts.
I don't even have the facts.
Okay.
okay, bottom line, you work with us and an academy will help you get this internship. So you're no longer dreaming about it. It's going to be real, but you have to pay for that, right? You have to pay. Now, you can do all this yourself for free. People message me Instagram a lot or email me lately and say, hey, how do I get in? Well, I tell them about our academies, of course, but I say, but you know what? If let's say you don't have money, okay, you have research clinics near you. You may not know it, but they exist. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. This is not a tree falling in a forest with no one hearing it.
No.
Did it actually fall? No. Whether you know it or not, there are research clinics in your area.
I would not say for everybody, but for most, probably.
For most, this is the case.
Right.
Okay, unless you're in a rural area and then you have one in your region.
Yeah.
You need to go to all of them. Okay? If you really want this, yeah, I'm going to tell you what.
I think we've discussed this before, but okay.
I'm going to tell you exactly what.
Alright.
Okay? You're going to go to all of them. You have skills. I don't know what your skills are. Right now, as an example, I need a video editor, like big time, right? If somebody walked in right now and said, hey, I want to get into research, I want to intern for you, I say, what skills do you have, right? They're going to tell me that I do this, this, and that. I have a background in, media or digital editing, something like that. Okay, perfect. So we can use those skills. I can leverage those skills, and then in exchange, I give you my time so you can gain experience.
Sure.
You may have expertise in a certain therapeutic indication, if you're an LVN or something, or if you're like a community outreach specialist. Everybody has skills.
And even if they don't, that particular site's looking for, they can always offer to recruit.
You can always offer to recruit patients, but everybody has a skill set. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, I don't know anybody. I've never met anyone who doesn't have a skill set.
Oh, of course, but some of those skills may not be what the site owner's looking for.
Right.
So then you offer to recruit for them.
You offer to recruit, or you go and you go to other sites and do the same thing. Okay. Now, that's action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the next level. There's no action first. Just keep dreaming. And then there's action and then there's action with persistence. Okay, so here's the problem with most people. They try something, they maybe go to 2 clinics, and it doesn't work, or nobody pays attention to what they're saying. They're done. They're back to dreaming.
Right.
That's still better than not doing it in the first place, because at least you know what it takes to do it. You need to persist. You need to know that people are going to think of themselves. So what's in it for me? Why should I have you intern here? What can you do for me? You have to put yourself in their shoes. So action with persistence is what is required, right? In person, by email. Here's another thing everyone can do, and it costs $0. Every major city has an ACRP local chapter. Mm-hmm. It costs you nothing to go to those meetups.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And I'm sure you can meet somebody there that you can garner some time with.
You go there, one of those meetings, you spend 2 hours there, or however long they are, the longer the better. You talk to everybody there. You ask them to introduce you to all their friends or colleagues. You network, right? That's called networking. This is what you have to do. So that's to get into the industry. Now, to get from, let's say you already are in the industry, and you want to either do more in the industry or do something completely different, like go from CRA to owning a site, it's the same recipe. Mm-hmm. You can keep dreaming, or you can have action with no persistence, and then action with persistence. Mm-hmm. Or smart action, using us, our services to help get studies and all that stuff. But now you have leverage, and you have contacts, and you probably have colleagues in this space. But even these people get hung up on the silliest things, like not having a malpractice insurance. This means nothing. That's not important.
Okay, I agree. It's relatively not important, but it is important. important. You do need it.
Yes, it's of course you need it, and you can be really hurt if you don't have it. Okay, that's not what I'm saying here.
Sure.
What I'm saying is don't get hung up. You have to know.
It's not at the top of the list priority-wise.
Priority is PI. Get a PI.
Right.
You can get a PI. Guess what? How do you get a PI? The same way a job seeker looks for sites to intern with, you're gonna go to medical offices and look for a PI.
Yep.
And you gotta persist as well. You gotta take the action. Go out. Create a flyer. Watch our webinars. You can literally watch our webinars, screenshot every slide we did, and create your own PDF. And then that's your flyer for the potential PI.
Yeah, sure.
Right? You can email me, and I'll send you a flyer for PIs, okay? It's not about what's on the flyer anyways. It's about you talking and having a conversation with that person. And again, both job seekers or people wanting to start sites, think of the other person, not you. Always. Always. It sounds like it doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Somebody listening right now saying, why would I do that? I gotta put myself first. Dan and Chris, I've got a family to feed.
Sure, but you're not going to feed anybody if you're going to try and start a research site without a PI.
Exactly. Put them first. Put yourself in their shoes. Okay, I had somebody reach out to me. This is like all the time. I had someone reach out to me and say, hey, can an anesthesiologist do psychiatric studies? Okay. And the answer is yes. There's nothing in GCP says they can't. But this is a perfect example of them not putting themselves in the shoes of the sponsor. Because if you did, you don't need to email me to ask me this question. You know. Okay, GCP says that it doesn't matter. You don't even need to be a doctor to be a PI. But would any sponsor in their right mind allow this? Unless there were special circumstances.
If you're an anesthesiologist for specifically and only lobotomies, maybe.
Maybe. Under special circumstances.
Just because they have access to the patients.
Right. Would a podiatrist ever be allowed to do oncology studies? Who knows?
I would think not. But
depends on the special circumstances. Maybe they're connected to a bunch of oncologists,
sure,
but they want to be the PI, but then they can guarantee you referrals and all the assessments done by qualified people.
Yep.
Okay, now you're putting yourself in the shoes of the sponsor. So always try to think of the other person. Like if you're a job seeker, think of why that site would want to have you intern there, because interning is not free for the site. They're wasting their time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not free. I mean, it's free in the sense that you're not getting paid. So same thing when you want to open a site. Why would a PI want to work for you? Put yourself in their shoes. A lot of people, my favorite one is, Dan, is this contract good for the PI to lock them in? Like if that's your mentality from the beginning, you're gonna lose. Because you're obviously not putting the PI first in this situation.
That's a good point, but you can understand where they're coming from.
Of course I can understand where they're coming from. We all can. We're human beings.
Right.
But that's not where you want to be. You want to take your mindset out of that and put it into the shoes of the PI. At the end of the day, no contract is going to do anything if the PI wants to leave you.
Mm-hmm.
So just because they sign a contract doesn't mean that's it. And you don't have to talk to them ever again.
No, what does kind of seal your deal here is the contracts with the pharmaceutical companies. When it's both you on the contract, that's a little bit more persuasive. So long as you constantly have contracts in both your names, you have something.
Right. But also put yourself in the shoes, like in the case of a site owner, put yourself in the shoes of a potential PI. Like, how do you know how to make your offer attractive to them if you don't talk to them first to understand what they want?
Valid point.
You spend 5-10 minutes with any doctor, you could find out if you ask them open-ended questions exactly what they're looking for as far as research.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can tell them that's just not possible. And then you move on and you do it again. Or maybe it's an educational process. It's not just here's a contract, sign it, and we'll do studies. That's not the way to do it.
We'll both be rich.
Yeah, and a contract at the end of the day is not going to do anything. for you, really. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, if the PI, we've seen this happen so many times. The PI, contract or no contract, tells the sponsor, hey, I want to do studies with you just by myself, not with this company. The sponsors go with the PI.
They don't even have to tell them that, because when they email, their emails for future trials are always to the PI.
Right. So all you can do is sue them, which costs a lot of money.
Yep.
Costs more than what the contract's worth to sue.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's like less than what, 6,000, you go to small claims court.
Yeah, but you can only get like 10 grand.
And you're not even guaranteed to win that. The PI can say, no, I'm the PI, all the responsibility for the study's on me. What does this contract do?
Nah, you'd probably win. You just have to show that you have contracts with pharmaceutical companies
Right.
with your names. But that's besides the point. You're not going to get much.
Right. So the point of this entire podcast is to prepare for 2020, which is going to be a very busy year. 2019 was fantastic.
Fantastic.
2020 is going to be even better.
More fantastic.
Fantasticer. Alright? So, start now. It's December 3rd. Okay, don't wait when everyone else is dreaming during the holidays. You go on LinkedIn, you network, you email people. There's people still checking their emails when they're not working.
See, in my opinion, the best time to start your research company is January 2nd. Personal opinion.
Why is that?
And December is typically a little slower getting new studies.
Right.
Typically a little slower.
But let's
But
say
it
you
picks
don't
up.
have a PI yet.
That's what I'm saying. So you're officially starting your company. I think you get the PI before you start your company.
Yeah, like now.
Right. So you're working now on the back end stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you need to start your company on January 2nd, right?
Yeah.
So right now you're getting the PI and you're getting all the other things in order that you need to start your company.
That's right. So use the downtime, because look, we opened the show with Monica, who sent me studies that she was applying for during Thanksgiving. So use the downtime to your advantage, because if you're a job seeker, you're gonna find the sites like less busy these weeks. Like our sites are pretty quiet right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody walked in and wanted to intern, as long as they put us first in their mind, hey, these are my skills, this is how I can help you. I mean, now is the great time to do it.
Sure.
This is downtime for us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, what can you do? Can you edit videos? Can you fix our website? Can you fix our phone systems? Can you help us recruit patients? Do you have contacts in the community? Are you good with advertising? What do you do? I don't know what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You need to tell them. You can't just tell them I want to intern here and pick your brain. My favorite one is pick your brain.
Yeah, I want to follow you around all day and waste your time.
Pick your brain.
Yeah, pick your brain.
It's not even waste your time. It's like a lobotomy.
Well, it's a nice way of saying waste your time.
That's right.
Pick your brain.
Put yourself in their shoes. And for those of you wanting to do more, but like you're already in the industry, either you want to open a site, or you want to be a consultant, or you want to go freelance. I mean, you start now, and you get used to rejection after rejection after rejection, because even when you are experienced, you're going to get more rejections than you get yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a matter of doing it.
And I was just thinking, didn't we recently see an email from somebody who said that they gained employment in the industry through initially recruiting patients? Didn't we see an email?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, these things work. Offering your services in some capacity that's beneficial to the site. It actually does work.
What was the actual example, though? I remember the email, but what did they actually do?
I don't remember, but I think it was recruiting patients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've had a lot of former students getting hired recently, too.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of persistence. Even if you, let's say you can't afford to intern, I mean, you gotta find a way to get experience somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's why our CRA Academy is good, is because you don't have to quit your job. Like, we understand you have to make money. And then you're guaranteed an internship as long as you pass our class.
Right.
So, and then all you gotta take off is like a week if you want to come to California, but not even that. You can do remote internship. You're gonna get experience on your CV.
Yep.
You just have to find a way to do it. Where there's a will, there's a way. Of course it's gonna be harder, because you're trying to do something different. Anytime you're trying to change something, it's going to require effort, right? So
couldn't agree more.
That's all I have to say. This is a great episode. It's good to have dreams, but you got to actually put some work into it, like a lot of work. More 99% work, 1% dream is okay.
So I constantly dream of winning the Mega Millions. So am I putting in proper effort and work by buying my weekly ticket?
Yes, you need to meditate. You need to do positive affirmations. You need to Google strategies for how to do it well. No, that's very different. That's completely random.
I'm glad you understood it was a joke.
Yes. But everybody else, okay? Like this is your career we're talking about. You're the ball's in your court.
Ball's in your court.
Not in anyone else's. And at the end of the day, employers do what's best for them, not for you. No matter how nice they are.
I'm trying to count on the expressions you used on this podcast.
A lot. This was a dreamer one.
Pick your brain, balls in your court. That's the kicker. There was others too.
So many, man. Anything else you want to add to this excellent podcast?
I think it's very good.
I think our December webinar, Carlos has the slides in the oven.
In the oven?
I think so.
So you're trying to add on?
No, I think this is not going to be a webinar, but it might. I don't know. I have to ask Carlos actually. But thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Chris, and go out there and make something happen and let me know about it. All right? Take care.
Sounds good.